And are you refreshed? Good. Now what?
Hi there. I just want to say first off, you're such a good friend, and I love you so much, and it's really great to be here. And I'm feeling pretty good. I had a question, and I felt like it's been answered, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, maybe for some more clarity and to chew on it a little bit. And I wasn't called earlier, and I think it's because I really wanted to be called on, so I really wanted to make it a hard question so that you would want to maybe help me or you know. So I decided instead to go
You
with
misunderstand. We're looking for easy questions.
So I took a different approach, and I thought, I've got the answer, but I still like to chew on things with you. So I had a different energy this time. It's that I'm not that confused. I wanted to talk about my job, and I wanted to talk about what I absolutely adore about my job, and then I want to talk about potential. And I have a job where I go into, I'm not going to use names, but I go into a big box hardware store. And I'm one of those people that approaches customers, and I'm helpful and I'm friendly, and then I ask them if they want the service that my company provides. And so this is a job that can very often be construed as a pest. It's also considered a very low-level job. When I got the job, I was making minimum wage. I've parlayed it into something. I'm quite good at it, and so I've parlayed it into something more. What I absolutely love about this job is I interact with hundreds of people a day. They're very short interactions, but my energy when I walk into these stores becomes so raised and so high. I'm just on a very high-flying disc.
Co-creating with strangers is a really delightful thing.
It is.
Because you don't have expectations that get in the way. And so if they have a desire and you can focus with them, you can have a pretty straightforward energy interaction with them.
I have amazing conversations all day long.
Yeah.
And one of the nicest compliments I got actually from a coworker that was observing me said, Eileen, I watch you all day, and when the people ignore you or say no to you, you're just as happy. You just keep going. And I said, that's absolutely right, because there's always more coming, and it's really no problem.
Before you go further, we want to point out that that is a perspective that would serve everyone well. If you don't focus upon a person like a mate or a mother or a whoever it is and see them as the vortex through which all of your good stuff flows, but instead you understand that there's another avenue and another, then you never put unnecessary pressure on that avenue that could flow, and you keep your valve wide open. It's a very good thing to know. Yes. So your question is?
Well, my question is about potential, because this job, as I said, it's not a very prestigious job. It doesn't have a lot of cachet or a lot of panache, and I've always felt like people use this word with me a lot, potential. You have so much potential. And I'm in my 50s now, and it's like, when am I going to realize this potential? Maybe, and so I've taken a different approach.
Well, we want to just say, we're happy to hear you further, but we want to say that when we speak in terms of success, people are looking for success, that our perspective is that the success that you're all seeking is alignment with your inner being, because success is joy, and joy comes from that resonance. And so if you're talking about potential, it's exactly the same thing. Your potential is all about your in this moment connection with your source, because your life has caused you to create a vibrational reality that is not vibrational potential, it's vibrational reality. How much of that vibrational reality you allow into your experience? You want to call it potential, we call it vibrational reality. You want to call it future potential, we want to call it right now, present tense, vibrational reality. And so as you begin to, first of all, hold the highest regard for the alignment, prestige is perspective of others. Prestige is what humans give each other when each other are doing things the way each other human think that they should. But true potential is always about alignment with your own vortex. The word potential, it's not even a blip on the radar in relationship with people. People that are talking about potential all the time and are comparing and measuring and competing, they're not even close to potential. Potential is Life having helped you carve out an intention, and you having the wherewithal in this moment to open your valve to the fullest extent so that the energy that you have summoned can flow through for the satisfaction in this moment. That is the best description or definition of potential that we've ever offered. So you have to come to the place where you're looking for true potential, not what earthly poles have decided it is. Is it the shoes you wear? Is it the jewelry you wear? Is it the house you live in? Is it the neighborhood you live in? Is it the people you hang around with? It's the inner being you hang around with. It's the percentage of what you've asked for that you allow to flow to you and through you in any moment in time. That's potential. And it's an infinite number that is moment by moment increasing, and you're not ever going to utilize it all. You're not ever going to recognize it all. There's always going to be more potential than you are ready to let in any moment in time. And understanding that is what true humility is, it's what true compassion is, and it's what true living happily ever after is.
That's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to let myself off the hook for having potential look like anything other than finding joy in this moment.
Have you ever had the experience yourself, or noticed others having it, where they're going through the paces of life and they're not particularly frisky or happy or uplifted, but they're getting it done and they're looking forward to a vacation, which is going to be quite a departure from what they usually do in their day-to-day grind of getting it done. And then they have 2 weeks carved out, and they go somewhere and they try to explore and experience the greatness of this departure from normalcy. And maybe they have a wonderful time and maybe they don't. It's sort of up to them. But in any case, that 2 weeks passes and now they're back into the doldrums of normalcy. And that's the way most people look toward creation and goals and potential. Don't have it, 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 got it, don't have 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 it. But when you get that, it's not the destination, it's always about the journey, because the journey is always about the alignment or not. Then you get to be inspired by your inner being to constant rendezvous that don't require setting life aside, getting on an airplane, going to places that you haven't been before. You have to practice that being in sync with Source, who knows where all the nuggets are. And there's nuggets in the box store, and there's nuggets in the conversations with people, and there's nuggets in what they know, and most of all, there are nuggets in the combining of them and you. When you enliven someone through your sheer being aliveness, it just doesn't get any better than that. We're just saying, don't hold out for the preconceived notion of where the good stuff is, and realize that it's wherever you are, and that sometimes, in fact often, most always, every time, the thrill of this connection is in unexpected places. You just find yourself just filled with utter satisfaction in a surprising situation. That doesn't mean that you're precluded from rainbows or cruises or excellence or fantasticness. It just means that you don't have to wait for the rareness of that to experience the prevalence of the other. That's really what we're saying. That connection can be a prevalent part of your life, even though being on a remote island somewhere isn't that prevalent. Your book could be called "It Isn't an Island, It's a Box Store."
Okay.
But I've seen more rainbows in here than you'll ever see on your islands. Or something like that.
Something like that. All right. I'm really good at finding those nuggets every single day, everywhere I go. Probably my favorite thing to do on my day off is just to have a list of errands lined up, because I know at every stop I'm going to have such a wonderful interaction. I think part of me is craving the hotels and the bigger adventures and the bigger rendezvous. Is that shooting myself in the foot?
It isn't, as long as the craving isn't yearning.
Okay.
craving or enjoying or anticipating is one thing. Feeling the absence of it is another thing altogether. And you can't do both. You can't be enjoying the moment and worrying about something at the same time. So the more you're enjoying the moment parlays into those other things. We just want you to know that this wonderful stuff that you are looking for is everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all
Really
I've got
good.
for now.
Really
Thank you
good.
so much.
Really good.